Hey everyone, and welcome to the fifth and final episode of Advice by Architects. So far in the series, it's been really great to hear everyone's advice and their answers to your questions. But to wrap up the series, we'd like to talk about everyone's personal milestones, the future of the industry, and just some last pieces of advice. So if you're still a bit confused about what architecture could offer you, stay tuned.
Favourite part would have to be, and I think this is for most architects, is project completion and seeing a project in the flesh and with activity and life. Speaking from experience, the first night that the Fortitude Music Hall opened was spectacular.
Nothing beats finding an idea that connects what the client is interested in and what they need to achieve with something unexpected and joy-filled. When you find those ideas and you can translate them into an architecture, that's an exciting moment.
One thing I didn't know, I had an idea of, but I didn't know was how much researchers get to travel. So there's a lot of meeting people from different walks of life who are doing similar things and sometimes different things, and who can just easily give feedback or collaborate on what you're working on.
Okay, on the design side, I think that the experience of designing the one-room tower has been beautiful. On the research side, I would say that I find writing a book a very exciting experience. And another surprising aspect of my job has been the collaboration with the students, what I have learned from you guys and what you have taught to me.
If you don't mind me asking, what's next for you?
The immediate answer for that is complete the PhD, because it's one of those things that if you allow to go on for too long, it could go on for forever.
I might mention the next course I'm writing. It's about urbanism and in particular about green urbanism. I think that I'm really excited to start thinking more about this topic, implementing it both in design and in research.
I think the hope is always that the buildings get better. If I can make a building next week that's more intriguing and more interesting and has more layers in it than the work I've done before, then that'll be a successful future for me.
Do you have any thoughts on the future of the industry itself?
I feel really good about it. I don't know what it's going to look like. I don't think that you will practice in the same way that I will practice. I think that will be very different. But I think it's pretty exciting. What I do hope is that the profession leaves room for every type of interest. I guess I would love to see, for the person who has a great love of words, or for the person who has a great love of technical detail, or for the person who has the love of the big picture, there's a place for all of those people in architecture.
And I feel like because of the nature of how versatile and diverse the skill set we're imparted with architecture makes us, there's so much room for integration with other industries. So I think there's going to be a lot more collaboration. There's going to be architecture will be very pervasive. It's going to be very much a part of our lives.
What's one last piece of advice that you think every student should remember?
Just go for it. Whatever it is in your case, it could be that semester abroad, it could be a gap year, it could be a volunteering experience, it could be tutoring at your uni. Go for it and give it your actual best so that if you had another chance, you have nothing left to give.
I mean, yes, you should be considering your future and plotting your path forward, but also what comes next is learning, and it always will be and always is.
On behalf of the current and future student community that will be learning a lot from everything that you guys have said, I'd like to personally thank you very much for being here. It's been a pleasure, Dan.
And thank you for involving me in this wonderful project.
And thanks for having me, Alvin.
Thank you.
Thanks, Alvin.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you so much to everyone that stuck around and watched the series. This whole process has been a really big challenge for me, but I really hope that it could help a couple of you out there.